morning, everyone! Isang magandang gabi muli sa inyong lahat. Welcome to Everyday with Jenné! And today is a beautiful day. It's been a long day, actually. It's been a pretty long day, but really, really fulfilling and heartwarming. Yes. So, in Everyday with Jenné, we answer all your wedding planning questions. Pero mag-shoutout lang ako saglit, no? Because early this morning, we started our day. I started my day with a bicycle donation. So we donated bicycles in Barangay 704 in Manila. So shout out sa mga riders, bicycle riders in Manila. So Adja deliveries po kung kailangan nyo ng bike rider sa Manila. Okay, konting plugging. Okay, so every night, not naman every night, basta every day. Actually, generally, medyo more on night na tayo. At the beginning kasi we were doing different time slots of the day. But it seems that a lot of our soon-to-weds are available in the evening. Kaya ginagawa natin yung Everyday with Jenné ng gabi. So, sinasagot po natin ang mga wedding planning questions nyo. And to make it even more exciting, una sa lahat, meron akong guess the movie. So, this beautiful girl over here, this beautiful girl, she did an amazing performance in this movie. If you can guess it, click or comment down below if you can guess what movie this is. Guess the movie. So it's a rom-com movie, just like all the other movies that I've been showing for the whole month of May. My goodness, can you imagine? It's already May 25. We're down to the last 6 days of May. And matatapos na po ang Everyday with Jenné. And we do hope that you guys have been learning a thing or two every time we talk about wedding planning. Okay? But before I go to our wedding planning tip of the day, I'd like to give a testimonial. Yan. I love giving testimonials. And my testimonial for tonight is to a dear friend of mine. Yan. Actually, ganun kasi sa events, di ba? Para after a while, when you work with somebody and you feel so comfortable with somebody, nagiging friends mo na sila. So, I would consider this person as a friend of mine. And he/she, okay, creates wonderful wedding gowns. Actually, not just wedding gowns, but even any kind of dress or gown. Kaya niyang gawin. And I love his style. I love the look. And siguro yung na-appreciate ko kasi sa kanya is not all people in general will actually tell you what you need to hear. So sometimes medyo maraming mga nambobola-bola, ganyan, di ba? So, so this friend of mine, shout out, Noy, okay, of Arman Marco Couture, he will really tell you in a nice way, not naman na parang insulting to you, but he will really tell you what will work for you and what will not work for you, especially in terms of your attire, diba? And I think that's important na hindi, just because a bride wants this design, hindi kasi hindi po lahat ng design magma-match sa atin kahit gusto man natin. We have to accept it. Okay, mga brides dyan. And that's why you go and consult with an expert and you ask the expert, with my body type, what would you recommend is the best? Ayan. So nag-react din po yung mga aso namin patungkol sa body type, okay? Sa body type natin, kailangan inaalam po kung ano yan. And the wedding experts, just like Noy of Arman Marco Couture, can give you the best advice on what will work for you. Ayan. At the same time, ganun din naman sa usapang budget. So, some people kasi, natatakot na silang makipag-usap sa gown designer or couture or couturier. Tama ba yung basa ko doon? Yeah, couturier. Because nararamdaman nila na parang, sobrang mahal, hindi ko yan ma-afford, ganyan. So, when you talk to a professional, then the professional can give you sound advice as well. So, for example, Ang budget ko kasi for my wedding gown is only, for example, is only 35,000 pesos, for example. So, 35,000 yung budget ko. Then, the wedding expert, so Noy, can tell you ano ba yung papasok dun sa 35,000. Ano ba yung mga klase ng mga design na magagawa doon sa 35,000 pesos. Yeah? So, you just have to trust a wedding expert. And just like what I said, I really like the work of Noy. And one of the things that I like about his work, not just because of his personality lang din, is the quality of work. Kasi I've seen, I won't name names, but I've seen gown designers na magdo-drawing, magde-design, pero in the execution and the actual attire, the way the dress is cut, the way the dress is made, hindi siya hapit sa katawan at hindi siya tama. Okay? So, just because maganda yung drawing doesn't mean po na mapu-perfect siya agad. So, kaya po, dapat talaga, we go for wedding experts that are tried and tested and you've already experienced them. So, I would say that when you're with Noy, you're in good hands. Wala pong halong bola yun. Nakita ko na po yung mga, and I have several na mga brides na siya ang, gown designer. Like, hey, so, ayan, nag-agree si MJ, yes. Ayan, yes, with a heart, heart, heart. Yes, yes, yes. Okay? So, kaya naman po, in worldwide weddings, having wedding experts will really help you. And we want to help all the soon-to-weds out there. Filipino brides and grooms around the world. Yes. Okay, so even if, let's say, you're a Filipino and you're marrying a different nationality, okay, kasama pa din kayo doon. Basta yung plano nyo is magpakasal kayo sa Philippines. Diba? Ay, sorry. Okay? So, there. Now, let's go to our questions of the day. Hindi pala. Wedding planning tip of the day. Ayan, nadidistract ako sa mga aso. Parang meron po silang meeting de avance sa labas, kaya po. Okay, let's go. So, our wedding planning tip of the day, May 25. Okay, so, marami tayong mga tips na binigay na all throughout the month, how you talk to different quality suppliers, you check out different sources of information. But right now, what I want to give to you, May 25, is talk to other married couples. So, if you have recently attended a wedding that you enjoyed, by all means, ask that couple for advice and insights. Because I'm sure they have some expert tips and tricks that they learned along the way that they would be more than happy to share with you. Kagaya nga na sinabi ko, di ba, yung isa nating wedding expert, si Cafe Calypso, I think yesterday binanggit ko yun, she's recently married. So marami din siyang mga recent experiences that she would love to share. And when you have suppliers who are like that, that's a bonus. Kasi they have added, sharing na makakatulong sa inyo. But nevertheless, whether it's supplier or not, whoever is a married couple na kilala nyo, go ahead and ask them. Friends and family are the best resource for this, so you just have to ask them. Syempre, hindi naman yung yung tipong parang you will let them dictate kung ano mangyayari sa wedding mo, di ba? Parang makikinig ka lang. And then you say, okay, thank you for the inputs, take it into consideration, ganyan. So, because there are ups and downs, there are pros and cons, and you just have to weigh everything out and learn from other people's mistakes as well, right? Okay, so let's go to our questions. Our first question of the day is, I'm having a destination wedding over 3 hours away. Okay, do I need to have a welcome party, open bar, and brunch for my guests over the course of the weekend, or can I just pick one? Okay. That is a little bit tricky. I would say it doesn't have to be everything. But I do understand na magbabiyahe sila ng malayo, di ba? I would say at least a welcome drink, welcome drink or snack. That would be great. Doesn't have to be expensive. Welcome drink or snack. Or just have a heavy cocktail during the ceremony. Or during the, I mean, after the ceremony. So during the wedding, you can just prepare for heavy cocktails on top of the actual dinner. Yeah. Because, oo nga naman, malayo yung binyahe, ganyan. So, the secret to that is, when you give a specific time na magsa-start yung wedding, make sure na yun yung time talaga. Kasi, if for example, your wedding is 3 o'clock p.m., okay, 3 p.m., imagine nyo, kung 3 hours away ang biyahe, so 3, 2, 1, 12, ibig sabihin 12 o'clock bumabiyahe na yung mga bisita nyo. So at 12 o'clock, baka yung iba dyan hindi pa sila nag-lunch kasi nagmamadali sila, ganyan. O di kaya snack lang yung kinain nila. So pagdating nila doon, medyo slightly magugutom na talaga sila. So kaya pag after ng 1 hour na ceremony, 3, 4 o'clock, din natapos na yung ceremony. 4 o'clock, so around 4, yan, 4 to 5, so mga ilang hours na silang gutom, di ba? So kung may cocktails ka na after ng ceremony, then that would be very ideal. Okay? Now, here's the problem. What if 3 o'clock naligay mo sa invitation mo, pero yun palang ceremony mo is 4 o'clock pa? So, imagine mo yun, hindi na nga sila nag-lunch dahil bumiyahe sila, dumating sila doon ng 3 o'clock in time for the wedding, and then 4 o'clock pa pala yun, and then 1 hour pa yung wedding, so 5 o'clock. So, my gosh, 5:30 or 6 o'clock na sila kakain. O, buong araw, yung first meal nila, 6 o'clock na, baka nahimatay na nga sila. Okay, so my suggestion is welcome drinks, heavy cocktails, and the actual meal. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be brunch. Like for example, na pupunta sila doon ng maaga, tapos ikaw magbabayad pa ng additional food nila dahil pumunta sila ng maaga. No, not necessarily. Okay, unless you require them. If you require them to come early, like 3 o'clock pa kasal mo, tapos pinapunta mo sila ng 12, o di yun. Pakainin mo sila. All right. Okay, let's go. Next question, please. What's the best wedding day timeline at anong i-consider ngayong pandemic? By Rika. Okay. When you say timeline, do you mean the timeline of the wedding day? Like, yung breakdown of the day? Or are you asking na timeline like, when are you gonna start planning your wedding? Kasi medyo magkaiba siya. So, can we flash the question again? What is the best wedding timeline? Okay, sige. So, let me answer that by answering it wedding day timeline. Okay. Yeah, wedding day. So, yung mismong araw ng kasal. Okay, so wedding day timeline. Here's the standard. Guys, listen to this. Whatever your wedding time is, meaning the ceremony time ha, hindi yung parang wish nyo dumating yung mga tao ng ganung oras. Okay, yung actual na sinabi nyo kay father na yun ang start ng kasal nyo. Okay, so let's say 3 o'clock yun. If it's 3 o'clock, you have to count 6 hours before. 6 hours before. So that's 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9. So it means that at 9 a.m., dapat nagsisimula na ang wedding day timeline mo. So at 9 o'clock, nakarating na yung iyong makeup artist, yung iyong coordinator, and then depende on your photographer, pwedeng 6 hours before, nandun na sila, or some mga photographers yung much more experienced na they usually come in mga 4 hours before. So, bahala na lang kung ano yung agreement ninyo. And then, so from there, then the timeline moves along with the pictorials, with the, of course, makeup, pictorials, yung mga posing-posing, with the accessories. What else? Syempre, yung lunch. Kailangan kumain, lunch, tapos pictorials, mga gift giving, pictures with the mga abay, and then of course, yung part na lalabas ka na ng hotel room or preparation room mo, sasakay ka ng bridal car. So dapat kung yung venue mo, yung church mo is 30 minutes to 1 hour before, so kung 3 o'clock, dapat 2 o'clock is palabas na kayo ng hotel or kung saan man ng preparation. Okay? And then from there, syempre susunod na yung timeline on with the ceremony and then the reception, so etc. etc. But most important part, you have to start it 6 hours before. So kung 6 hours before, may mga tao na sa room mo or dumarating na yung mga tao, it means that dapat mga 7 or 8 hours before ay gising ka na, nakaligo ka na, at kumain ka na. Grabe, di ba? Ang haba ng preparation. Okay, so if you want to learn more about the wedding day timeline, we encourage you to attend our community events at bit.ly/WWPH community. So join our community so you can be invited because all of these different parts of wedding planning are answered there. So para ka join ka na community, para ka na ding may best friend, meron ka ng support group, may support system ka na, 'di ba? Meron ka ng pwedeng pag-consultant tungkol sa pagpaplano mo ng wedding. Okay, so that's WWPH community. Okay, let's go to our next question. Next question, please. Ayan. Need ko po ng advice. Sabi ni Tina. Hi, Tina! Ano po ba ang mga pwedeng DIY for preparation at mga dapat na ipahandle sa mga expert suppliers? Oh, ang ganda ng tanong niya. Alam mo, yung sagot ko dun sa mga DIY for preparation, depende po yan sa bride. Kasi kung ikaw po yung klase ng bride na marami kang oras at very creative ka, marami kang pwedeng i-DIY. Pero kung kayo po ay kulang sa oras, nagmamadali, and hindi mo kayo masyado creative, parang, simple lang naman ang mga bet nyo sa buhay, ganyan, then baka po, instead na mag-enjoy kayo at ganahan kayo, baka lalo po kayong ma-stress sa wedding planning. So, meron po talagang binabagayan yung DIY. Okay? Pero syempre, may mga parts talaga na kailangan kayo talaga ang gumawa. Ano ba yung mga kayo talaga? Yung marriage documents, yung pag-apply ng marriage license, yung pagkuha nyo ng mga baptismal certificate, confirmation certificate, and kung ano-ano pang certificate. Okay? Certificate of no marriage. Yan. So, yung mga bagay na yan, especially pertaining to legal documents, yung part na yan, kayo po talaga gagawa niyan. So, DIY po talaga yan. Okay? But, if you're referring to items, for example, giveaways, gusto mo mag-DIY ng giveaways, kung sabi ko nga, creative ka, ma-enjoy mo siya. At lalo na kung may time ka pa, let's say 12 months ahead, so ngayon pa lang nagsisimula ka na, may ginagawa ka ng mga handmade items, that's good. Pero kung hindi, baka ang ending masistress ka. Sasabihin mo, paano ko ba ito gagawin? Paano ko ito gagawin? Yan, okay? So, I would say that be very much aware on what kind of bride you are. Okay? Know your strengths, okay? And capitalize on that. Okay? So, let's say that you are the type that has a lot of time on your hands. Some of the things that could be DIY would be your invitation. That's possible. Could be. Yun nga, yung sinabi ko, giveaway. Probably, kung simple lang talaga yung look mo, probably some decorations, possibly, okay? But these decorations should be the kind na ipa-plug and play na lang, and ang mangyayari is you still have to hire a wedding coordinator for that day. Ito po, wala po kayong choice doon. Sasabihin ko na, kailangan nyo po talaga ng wedding coordinator. Oh, well, okay, sige. Baka naman sabihin ng iba, masyado naman akong judgmental. Pwede naman, may mga weddings naman na walang wedding coordinator din, but with the kind of weddings that we have in the Philippines, in order to execute what you have in mind into reality, minus the stress, you should really get a wedding coordinator, okay, that you trust, right? So that one, leaves that to the expert. Okay, what else? Ano pa ba pwede mo i-DIY? Decor. Well, I have a friend, but again, it highly depends on you. I have a friend, she had a pandemic wedding. She did her own makeup. She did her own wedding makeup. Shout out to Adi. So congrats to her. She did it. But if I was the bride, I wouldn't be able to pull it off. Hindi ko kakayanin. Para mas-stress ako. But there are some people who are really gifted and can do it. Just like Adi. She's a real bride who did her own makeup. Okay? Siguro, to give you a even better answer with your question, I will tell you what you should not DIY. Okay? So one, do not DIY the on the day wedding coordinators. Number two, do not DIY the catering and food. Mas stress po kayo. And number three, do not DIY your photo and video. Okay? Yun, for me, personally. Yung tatlo na yun, huwag nyo po yung i-DIY. Kailangan nyo po ng expert. Okay? Kailangan nyo po ng expert. So, kailangan nyo po ng ng mag-sign up sa bit.ly/soon-to-weds para po maging officially registered kayo sa Worldwide Weddings Expo Philippines because we have a lot of wedding experts that you will get to meet. Okay? So, what else? Pwede din yung yung wedding gown. Well, unless mananahi ka, ang galing mo. Unless, okay, but I think medyo limited lang yung mga taong ganon, sobrang gifted. So, I would say, kung sobrang nagtitipid, pwede naman mag-RTW na wedding gown or pwede naman mag-rent-to-own na wedding gown. What else? Meron din namang for rent lang talaga, wedding gown for rent lang talaga, meron din ganon. Okay, so you just have to, again, know what your strengths are so that you can know kung ano yung pwede mong i-DIY. The purpose is hindi po kayo ma-stress. Kung kayo po ay ma-stress sa pag-DIY niyan, then you already know the answer. Do not DIY it. Okay, let's go. Naalala ko tuloy yung isang kwento dun sa What Wednesdays. Yung bride na pa mismo yung pumunta sa Dangwa the day before her wedding para lang kunin yung mga bulaklak niya, di ba? Ano na nga pangalan ng bride natin na yun? Si Miss Nell? Si Miss Nell yata yun, I think. Shout out to Miss Nell. Ayan. Okay, so do we have one more question? Last question? Or yun ba yung last question? I always get lost with these things. Ang dami ko kasing sinishare, so nalolost track ako. So 3 questions na ba tayo? Yes, is that the last question? Yes? Somebody please answer me. Is that the last question? Hello? Okay. Is there another question after this one? Okay. So I think wala na dahil walang sumasagot sa akin. Okay. All right. So thank you to everyone who was watching us tonight. I know it's a late evening, but it is a wonderful Tuesday. So it's now time for us to invite you and encourage you to join or attend or sign up as a soon-to-wed in Worldwide Weddings PH all the way to May 1, all the way to August 1. So mag-sign up na po kayo para po ma-access nyo lahat ng ating mga soon-to-weds and online exhibitors. All right, so let's watch this.